right, everyone. Questions for Rob? We'll start here in the front.
Rob, how close to the script did you stick?
Well, really didn't have a script, but, just can read the situation and how Ranger was. I thought Ranger was really good. Just thought right there on Ozuna that, we'd stop the momentum, and he ended up walking Ozuna and getting the strikeout on Harris. But and Hoffy's been doing that for us all years, coming in dirty innings and getting out of it. So I just thought that was the time.
And can you address the two moments that seemed to, put out the fire where Sir Anthony had 2 strikeouts to end his inning, and Trey Turner turned that double play?
Yeah, that Sir Anthony inning, he gives up a couple of solid base hits, but then he settled in and strikes out Acuna and strikes out Riley to end the inning. That was huge. And the dive play by Trey in the 8th, I guess, to turn double play was unbelievable. Stopped me, nice turn. JT had a good throw and caught stealing. I thought we played pretty well defensively.
Corey?
Rob, just this time of year, what sort of advantage does it give you guys to have that many high-leverage relievers that you feel comfortable going to in big spots?
Yeah, it's big, and especially, with the off days, as I said before the game, we at least had the opportunity to be able to do something like that. But Ranger was really good, but I thought our relievers were really good, and whenever they got into trouble, they worked themselves out of it. So, all in all, great job by our pitching staff.
And then what made Hoffman the guy in that spot, and was it a difficult decision at all to remove Suarez, given how he looked the first 3 innings?
Yeah, you hate to take a guy out. He's pitching well. He knows he's pitching well. But just because of the off days, it was Hoffman after Suarez, no matter what. Just depending on, just want to make sure we got the right spot for him.
Come to the front here.
I guess your lineup's known for slug, but just the element of the game, the threat of stealing or being able to, just what that does for your lineup, your team.
Yeah, we can do a lot of different things, to score runs, and we've done it all year where we've scored by using our speed and some small ball, and we've also won games by slugging. So, and Atlanta can do the same thing, trust me. So, it's a good combination to have.
And was it with Strider something that you thought you could capitalize on, pre-gaming, game planning for him?
Yeah, it was just, his times to the plate matched up with Murphy, and Murphy can throw, but matched up with his times to second base. We just had some good opportunities there.
On the right in the back.
Hey, Rob, what can you say about Bryce Harper the night that he had against Strider on a night where he was really coaxing some ugly swings up there? I mean, he gets on base 4 times, has that home run.
Yeah, I mean, this is his time of year. This is where he kind of shines, and he's not going to do it every game, but he's come up with some big games for us and made a nice play there in the 9th inning as well at first base. So he doesn't get overwhelmed by the situation, that's for sure.
A lot was made of Trey in spring training, then during the regular season, then the resurgence. But it seemed like tonight was kind of like the quintessential Trey Turner, showing all the things that he could do and how, it's $300 million, a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that looked like a $300 million player out there today.
Yeah, he did. And he's dynamic. And he's another one that the moment's not too big for him. And he's kind of rises to the moment for the most part. We didn't see that early in the year, but the latter part of the year and so far in the playoffs, that's the guy that we were thinking we were going to get.
Destiny?
Ranger looked disappointed when you were coming to the mound. Did that catch him off guard, and did you have to have a conversation with him after the game, and how is he dealing with that?
Yeah, we were contemplating whether to explain it to him before the game. We decided not to. But I explained it to him afterwards, and he understood. But he's a competitor, and he wants to stay in, and he knew how well he was pitching. So I get it. I'm okay with him being disappointed.
In the front.
Rob, to just take game 1 here and then know that you have Wheeler and Nola potentially going in 3 of the next 4 games if it goes the distance, just how important, beyond obviously wanting to win game 1, was getting off to this sort of start?
Yeah, it's always important to win game 1, but I think game 2 is pretty important too. It's kind of a swing game. And you can't, you can't let up at all against this ball club because they're good and they can attack and they can do a lot of good things. So we gotta stay nose to the grindstone.
Take 2 more questions back there.
Rob, you mentioned contemplating telling them before the game. Can you just expand on that a little bit? It's obviously an interesting kind of psychological dynamic. I mean, what did you guys kick around, and what led to finally the way you?
Well, there's one thought is that you tell them that empty the tank early. Don't worry about going deep. Is that the best message to send them, or is it, hey, just go and pitch your game. Don't worry about it. Just pitch your game. So I decided not to tell him and let him pitch his game, and he did, and he pitched well, and then he's disappointed to come out. And all moves are scrutinized this time of year. I get it. If that didn't work out, it'd be scrutinized. So, but it is what it is, and you got to make the best decision in your mind that you need to make.
Final question here in the front.
2 things. Number one, I mean, you've got Wheeler and Nola going next. I mean, you must feel pretty good about that. Number one. Number two, this team, you're a wild card team. You beat a historically good offense in their park. What is it about this team that just sort of like ignores all the stuff and, sort of perseveres and does what it can do?
So, first question, yes, I'm happy that Wheeler and Nola are going the next 2 games, but again, you can't take anyone for granted. I mean, those guys got to pitch and we got to play. The second part of it is this team, to a man, has this innate toughness to them and really resilient, and they just keep fighting. And as a group, they do the same thing. So it's a great combination of talent and makeup that we have on this club.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Thank you.
Orion, it seemed like an awfully long time that you were down there in between the, 7th and 8th inning with the kind of beer bottles being thrown from the stands and stuff. Was it getting close to like a point where you wouldn't be able to go back out there, or what was that like, that interruption? It seemed like it kind of sucked some energy out.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, it's just be ready to go no matter what, the moment and how long it takes, whether it's 20 minutes, 5 minutes, or an hour, just be ready to go no matter what until they tell you it's not your turn anymore and let the other guy go.
Corey?
Did you feel any different entering this game, 7th inning, NLDS, tight game, given the quality of the opponent, or is it like important for you to be able to put that stuff to the side?
Just put it aside and just keep every moment the same no matter what, whether we're up 7, down 7, or if it's a tie ball game, just keep it the same mojo no matter what.
And for you guys as a bullpen, 6 different pitchers come in, you shut them down. I mean, does that kind of set a tone? Do you think it could set a tone for the rest of the series?
For sure, I think so, yeah. But just keep letting each other build off each other and just keep going no matter how many guys it takes, whether it's 1 guy or 6 guys like I was tonight. Just keep building that energy off each other.
Destiny?
What was it like in the dugout when Turner made that double play?
It's just a super exciting moment just because it's a big moment, obviously, in the game, and obviously like a turning point. So just be able to experience that and just enjoy the moment, too.
And did Rob talk to you either before the game or days before whether there's a pocket in the lineup that, you match up well against?
No, just be able to focus no matter what, whether, like I said, just any moment, doesn't matter whether it's up or down, just be ready to go for each hitter.
Any more questions? Corey?
Does this kind of feel like a whirlwind for you, or are you past that stuff because you've now experienced some big moments here down the stretch?
For sure, past it. Once the first outing out of the way, and just be able to experience everything. So just be able to have fun with it now.
In the front?
How do you prepare for a guy like Acuna, given the series that he's had this year and kind of that whole top of the lineup, really? I mean, just follow the scouting report they tell you and just don't think too much about him. And just he's the same guy. He's gotten out, he hit 340, so a bunch of other times he's gotten out, struck out, ground ball, he got out 3 times tonight. So just keep going in the same attack mode.
Destiny?
Kind of a dumb question, but how are you able to stay so calm at such a young age in this environment?
I mean, just kind of just go with it no matter what, because there's always people just going to want to ask these questions or be where you're at. So it's just kind of have fun with it and just go with it.
Any more questions? Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.